Today we've got the CPI report coming out. Tesla robo-taxi event is also tonight. We've got Bitcoin making some interesting formations. But before we get going, smash that like button, subscribe if you've been with us a while, haven't done so yet. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description as well as the channel bio. We also have the sticker shop available there. That is the second link in the description of this video. I also wanted to mention that today I've launched a hoodie. So there's now a hoodie on the Trade Cave store here for shirts and hoodies. The CPI report came in today. It rose 0.2% for the month, which was over the zero point 0.1 consensus. It came in at 2.4 year over year, above the 2.3 consensus. The core CPI came in at 3.3 above, which was above the 3.2 consensus for year over year. Month over month for the core was 0.3, which was again above 0.2, which was the consensus. So CPI is running a bit hot. How is the Fed going to respond to that? I don't think that they're going to respond to that with another 0.5 cut here next month. So I think we've solidified either the 0.25 cut or potentially even an additional pause stage here for now, unless we start getting more lower inflation numbers here coming in, or if was it the PCE comes in, was it either next week or the week after? Let's take a look here. PCE, so core PPI is tomorrow. Is it PCE next week? Nope, that's not coming in next week. So whenever that comes in, that'll be a big one too. So what else is going on today? We've got one Fed, two Feds, three Feds, four Feds. We got four Feds talking this afternoon. Well, actually not this afternoon, this morning, excuse me, this morning. Some of them already have spoken. Some of them might be speaking here in about 10 minutes or so. So that's going to be interesting. Oh yeah, we have the initial jobless claims. How did that come in? Let's see. Jobless claims surged to highest level than more than a year. U.S. weekly jobless claims surge amid hurricane. Okay, so that's to be expected. I don't know if that will affect the Fed's decision in the future or not, but claims came in significantly higher than expected. Let's take a look at those. Oh, oh man, really? Okay, let me turn this off. Pause on this site. Okay, here we go. Okay, they had a claim and they came at 258,000. Okay, that's not really like catastrophic or anything. All right, that's enough rooters. All right, we're moving on. Tonight, Elon Musk is promising to unveil the future of Tesla tonight. So that is going to be a mover for Tesla. Tesla is often a sell the news type of company. So don't be surprised if this drops off, even if it goes well. But also, if you remember previous Tesla events, they have not been particularly great, even if the tech was there and was solid. There was something weird about it, and it just sold off afterwards. So don't get like super invested to this, I guess. But of course, none of this is financial advice or a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, what are we seeing here? This could potentially be a double bottom here. We came in, made a bottom, the neckline, did another bottom. We just need to get back up and above about 63,134, and then we're moving back up to 67,000, and that is on the daily. Now this little motion right here, as long as we hold above the 200 down here, right here, as long as we hold above that, the 200 that's the SMA, right? I believe so. Yep. Okay. As long as we hold above that, we're chilling. Honestly, we're getting squeezed in between the 200 and the 21. That's pretty exciting, actually. Where's the 50 at? Let's take a look at the 50. I got that. That's number 3, I believe. That was number 3. We're below the 50, so we do need to get above the 50. So the 50 and the 21. So we're getting sandwiched between the 50, the 21, and the 200 right now. So that's all. That's bad, but it does mark a time when we are getting severely compressed, and the move is going to be wild when it happens. Now we are in the upper half of this channel that we've been stuck in since March of this year. Now on the downside, so if this breaks to the downside, we could come as low again as 52, potentially even to the bottom of the channel down here at 49. That is real. That is a potential that could happen. Let's look at the monthlies just to get an idea. Monthlies. So we've been printing wicks on bottom for a couple of months now, for about 4 months now. That's good. I like wicks on bottom. Kind of like back here, right? Wick on bottom, 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 and then we took off. Let's see. Is there anything else interesting going on there? Not really. Let's take a look at the 2 month. Let's see what that looks like. Last time, oh, just dojis, just dojis. Ooh, for months. So basically, we've just been in doji mode for months, 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 months. We did get an inside bar here, and that closes in 21 days. Okay, so not particularly. We got 21 more days for this to end up being higher or lower. Really, honestly, if you look at the 2 month here, really a line in the sand here is going to be that 62, 646 there, right at the top of the bodies of the two previous 2 month candles. So the last 4 months of candles, well, 4 or 5 months of candles, pretty much. We got to get over that 62, 646 really and hold it. Once we do that and these stop being wicks underneath these things and dojis on the 2 month, then we'd be like really soaring. But this doesn't look bad. This does have the move, the structure of a bull flag on the 2 month. It does have the structure of a bull flag. Let's see. One thing I don't like, BX extender down here is getting smaller. Momentum's all at coiled up at the top, so we could see another drop before it goes higher. Let's take a look at the month. Yeah, those are all getting smaller and smaller and smaller. Is there anything but the orange one's pointing up on the monthly? So I like that. That's pretty good, especially if it were to pop. So the monthly, last time we were at this area on the monthly, yeah, it was right down here. It was at the bottom of the move last in June 2021, and we all know what happened after June 2021. We just went to the moon. So we might be looking at that. We could be looking at a cup and handle here still. We got the cup, we get the handle. Right now, we're looking at trying to break the handle right there. We really need to break that handle, which again is going to be that $62,000 range there. We break that handle and we are flying high. And how high could we fly if we break that handle? Well, let's go ahead and get the measurement out. I got to make it real small because it's going to be real big. We come down here, about 133,000 if we break that handle. And we do basically what happened on the S&P, which reminds me, we got to look at the S&P real quick. So we got to look at SPY. So here's a fun little thing. So we're gonna go to, yeah, we can do this on the monthly. That's fine. Two things. We got a rising wedge on SPY. Okay, the rising wedge is coming through. Let me turn this off. Let me go into like a 3 day or something or a weekly. That's fine too. We got a rising wedge coming through. Now, last time we got a rising wedge, we ended up coming up above it for a couple of days or weeks, and then we dropped down below it. Now it's not gonna be too hard now. I think that this, if it breaks, would be like representative of like a 10 to 20% drop, which really isn't that big of a deal. That's normal. But one reason why I think this is likely coming in is, let's go over here and let's make it nice and big. I'll leave that on, I guess. No, turn that off. So I'm going to draw a thing, right? Measurement tool. We come to the bottom of that, right? We go to the brim of the cup, which is right here where the handle started, right? Okay. Resting about right there. Look where we are. Look where we are in relation to that. We're just above that area. Basically, we went double the height of the brim of the cup, and we are forming a rising wedge at that position. That tells me that there is likely some pain soon to come in the market at some point. Where will it be? I don't know. Where is it hiding? I don't know. What is the catalyst that is going to cause it? Again, I don't know. But what I do see is a rising wedge. I do see the formation of that big old giant weekly cup and handle coming to its resting point where it needs to either consolidate and then go higher, or needs to give us a pullback and then go higher. Now, I don't think it'll be an outright crash, but I do think that sometime maybe Q1, we could be seeing a pullback. Maybe even we see a real short one like in September. Sorry, not September, like in August, or was it like a day or two where it just flashed down and then went right back on to charging upward. I'm not sure, but that is the ominousness on the, is that even a word, on the horizon there. So one more thing I want to talk about today is clean. And this is true, what I'm about to say, with a couple of miners. One daily, not looking so good. We are hanging out kind of in the lows here. We'll continue to do that until Bitcoin does the thing. Something exciting that I'd like to bring up, if we bring up a fib. If we take our Fibonacci tool from the bottom of the crypto winter, which is back here in 2023-ish, right? 2023, well, we can go to 2022. I'm going to stick with 2023. That was the last time we really bottomed out. And you can see that here on the chart, where we just came to that real long, paused out bottom there in 2023. So we're going to go from there, okay? From that move on the fib. And we're going to go up to the top of the move, which is up here at almost $25. We'll drag it out. Okay. Look where we came to and came precisely to on the way back down. We came down to this 0.786. Okay, so the 0.786. That is generally an institutional, a smart money zone, basically, not institutional, but smart money zone. So the 618 is where you're looking for a mega pulse. If we miss that and start consolidating between the 618 and the 786, that's an area where smart money generally gets a bit interested in a particular asset. And we could see this thing quickly move, find its way back up to 16. We could find it quickly back up to its highs off of these lows once it decides to move. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. Look how we came down, perfectly kissed it, and then went up. And now we're kind of just fluctuating in the lower half of the 618 to the 786 on the fib retracement. I'm actually encouraged by this reality right now. There's a couple others that are in that same type of position. If we go to IREN and we go from the bottom here to the, oops, that was the wrong tool. If we go from the bottom here to the top there, we came down and we got real close to the 786, and now we're just kind of fluctuating just under the 618. We went from the 786, almost touched it, went touched the 5 perfectly, came up, touched the 5 again perfectly. Now we broke just below the 618 right now. And I'm pretty sure the next time we touch the 5, we're probably going to break through that bad boy and see this inverted head and shoulders I've been talking about for a little while break to the upside and take us up to about 11 bucks, 11-ish, maybe even higher on IREN there as well. Now there's a couple others that are in this same situation. I believe Riot is one of them. I think Bit Farms was one of them. Let's do it real quick on Bit Farms. Yeah, Bit Farms was one of them. It came down, touched it twice in the 786, and now it's kind of fluctuating in that area as well. For Bit Farms, Riot was also in that situation. Um, yeah, Bit Digital, I don't think Bit Digital was. I think Bit Digital came down, touched it, and continued on its merry way. Let's go from the lows there. Yeah, it came down, touched it, went up, and it's above it now. It's still above the 618 too right now, so that's pretty exciting for Bit Digital. Bit Digital is actually one of the stronger looking candidates here as it compresses upward into this line here at 384. That is a bit of a light at the end of the tunnel there for the miners. MicroStrategy continues to take off like a maniac. Won't quit. Oh, today it pulled back. That's great. I'm gonna actually get a position today. That's good. I like that. I like to see that. Uh, Now the other thing was Disney. Last thing I want to talk about Disney. So the Disney play. I got back into Disney. Okay, I got back in right before this big old drop off, and that came in because of the hurricane Milton, and now as those fears ease, you can see Disney is beginning to recover. I am a bit down on that position right now, but I am expecting sometime in the next month or so. I bought out till December, so I've got about another month where I'm worried about this thing. I am looking for to break this line right here, which it's trying to do. And as soon as it does that, I'd be looking for it to move back up to 95, potentially 96, maybe even $100 in the next month or so here. Of course, if it comes down below $92, closes down there, stays down there for a day, and I'll rethink that and look at this as a head and shoulders that could take me all the way down to 88 again. But as it stands, I'm still looking at this potentially going up right now. Anyways, that's all I've got for you today. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio, along with the sticker shop, the new sticker shop. Check out the new hoodie and have a profitable day.